When I saw the word melodrama in the title, I thought this was going to be something really stupid. Manhattan Melodrama is an original screenplay originally conceived by Arthur Caesar. The actual screenplay was written by Oliver H.P. Garrett and Joseph L. Mankiewicz. However, considering that the category was called Best Writing of an Original Story, since Arthur Caesar conceived the story, he got the Academy Award. The other two actual scriptwriters didn't get credit. This movie stars Clark Gable, William Powell, and Myrna Loy, and it's kind of a political crime, well, not really a thriller, but just like a political crime drama. The story follows these two boys who kind of become united and good friends after they lose their families in an accident on a cruise ride. It was a fire. They get adopted by this guy who, I swear, the way he talks reminds me of a pedophile. I'm sure back in the 30s they didn't fully realize this, but I swear the way he talks is like, I lost my wife. I was wondering if you would like to, live with me, and then we could be a family. It's something that's supposed to be kind of heartfelt. That's the point they're trying to get across, but for me, with the humor that exists today, it came to me as something else. Call My Mind is Lying in the Gutter. It was just his delivery sounded a little weird and funky. It's like kind of creepy. And I'm sure that was not intentional at all. We're going to move that whole pedophilia stuff aside. Sorry about that. These two boys grow up together. But even though they're close friends, almost brotherly in a sort of way, even though they're not actually brothers, they kind of go two separate directions. One of them, a guy named Edward G. Gallagher, or Blackie Gallagher as he's nicknamed, goes more the path of gambling and hustling, which eventually kind of leads him to the business of organized crime. The other one, James, or Jim Wade, goes through the path of law, of which he eventually becomes a prosecutor, and then eventually elected as district attorney of New York, hence the part of the title referring to Manhattan. This fast forwards to them all growing up in the 20s. Blackie Gallagher, played by Clark Gable, he's running his own little casino, kind of underground, police don't know about it, and he's getting lots of money, he's doing fine in this sort of criminal, illegal, organized crime lifestyle. Jim Wade, on the other hand, is elected district attorney of New York and with aspirations of running for governor of the entire state. But the two eventually reunite, and it's interesting because they both have these separate paths. They both have two polarizing careers, yet they still have this nice mutual respect for one another, which is something I really liked. And it's portrayed very well thanks to Gable and Powell. The one person that connects them together is Eleanor Packer, played by Myrna Loy. Now, Eleanor used to be Blackie's girlfriend, then she leaves him and goes to be with Jim. Blackie's kind of okay with this, because he just kind of, goes through life, live life today, worry about tomorrow kind of thing. Jim is based on his legal terms, on his principles, his ethics, and likes to think ahead on these kind of things. These two things kind of clash when Blackie Gallagher is rightfully accused of murder, since he murdered a guy that wanted to smear Jim's run for governor in a scandalous way. So Blackie kills him out of friendship. This puts Jim in an awkward position as he has to prosecute Blackie in court. Prosecute him for the death penalty. And that's where the real drama of this comes into play. I'll have to admit, I really liked this film. I mean, it was just solid. I thought it was going to be something stupid at the start. I really did. Manhattan Melodrama. I thought it was going to be some romantic comedy or something very predictable by today's standard, but I ended up really enjoying it. I like the political context. I like the dialogue, the back and forth between Powell and Gable. I loved the chemistry between those two characters. With that in mind, I give this film 4 stars. It was just a solid screenplay. And I'm even surprised that this film didn't get nominated in other categories. But I'm starting to have this feeling that the Academy at this time had kind of a resentment for the original screenplay category, because literally, I have yet to see a film be nominated for best writing of an original story, I should say, that also got nominated for Best Picture. And this is not such a movie. Still a pretty good film, especially if you're into Clark Gable, William Powell, Myrna Loy. This should be on your must-watch list. 4 stars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.